In this module, we will examine the related concepts of class and inequality. You have likely heard the term class many times before. Politicians frequently invoke class, most notably by stating their adamant support for the middle class. In the United States, middle class is synonymous with ideas of comfortable living. It is synonymous with the idea that you can make enough money to afford a decent house and good food. Also, that you can have and enjoy some leisure time, and maybe even an occasional vacation. What politicians are less comfortable talking about is that if there is a middle class, there must also be a lower class and an upper class. In short, there are people who cannot afford a comfortable life, and there are people who earn far more money than is necessary for a comfortable life. However, class is more than simply making more or less money than others. Anthropologists define class as a system of power based on wealth, income, and social status that creates an unequal distribution of resources. Differential access to wealth, income, and social status ultimately results in some people having more power. This does not have to be nefarious or manipulative, but it is a part of our cultural structure. For example, imagine you wanted someone else's opinion on who to vote for in the next election. Who would you ask? Would you ask the opinion of a homeless person? How about the opinion of a garbage truck driver? What about the opinion of a local business owner or the opinion of a newspaper editor? We make assumptions about people based on their perceived classes. This class, or the appearance of class, becomes a significant factor in our daily lives. Americans have, in part, defined their national culture as being above class. Part of the nation's founding ideology is the concept that anyone may pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and become whatever they want. Many famous Americans are depicted as doing just that. For example, it's often emphasized that Abraham Lincoln grew up in a simple log cabin on the American frontier. Through his hard work, he made it to the White House. It is certainly true that there is more class mobility in America than in many other nations around the world. However, American cultural ideology places such great importance on class being irrelevant that Americans often become blind to the class differences all around them. Let's look at class through baseball. Chapter 10 opens with just such an example from the Baltimore Orioles baseball team. What looks like a simple baseball game is actually a field full of class differences. Even among the players, there is tremendous variability in income. The highest paid player made $13 million a year, while many other players made $507,000 a year. $507,000 is still a very good salary in America, but the highest paid player makes almost 30 times as much money every year as his teammates. Consider this question. What would you do if you found out that your coworker was paid 30 times as much as you? Do you think this is fair? Do highly paid players also have more influence over their coaches, fans, and other players? If we look beyond the players, there are many more disparities that can be found. Ticket prices at an Orioles game range from $9 to $140. The higher priced tickets provide better views of the game. Beyond the seats, there are box tickets that allow for renting out a special party room. Moving back to salaries, the concession staff and cleaning staff make minimum wage at best, while team coaches can make millions a year. Then there are the team owners, who can make millions in profit each year. The American dream of a middle-class life centers on the idea of being able to afford leisure time, much like the ability to attend a baseball game from time to time, and even at a simple ball game, we are surrounded by class and inequality. Over the course of this chapter, we will examine several questions surrounding class and inequality, including: is inequality a natural part of human culture? How do anthropologists analyze class and inequality? How are class and inequality constructed in the United States? What are the roots of poverty in the United States? Why are class and inequality invisible in U.S. culture? What are the effects of global inequality?